He approaches his musical flair with the same precision as his industrial engineering background. On this week's Spotlight Music Series, let's welcome vocalist Tommy Brown Jr., who will be performing with Charleston Jazz. Good to have you.
It's good to be here.
How do you go from being an industrial engineer to being so creative and talented?
Well, I want to say that I was creative and talented when I was doing that, which made that so much fun for me.
Yeah.
But just transitioning out of that, everything happens for a reason. It really wasn't my plan to transition out of that. It just happened.
Yeah.
And I had to make the best out of the position I was in. So just capitalizing on my talents that, I was thinking on for a long period of time, like, man, this is really what I want to be doing. And the opportunity presented itself for me to do it.
Yeah.
I got paid for it once, and I was like, oh, I can get money for this?
Right.
'Cause I've been doing it all my life, you know what I'm saying?
Sure, yeah.
Singing my entire life and being creative my entire life, and not really realizing that you can capitalize on it up until recently when I saw other people doing it. So
to have that dichotomy within you, though, to be so good at engineering, and I assume that you must be very good at math.
you'd be surprised.
Oh, really?
You'd honestly be surprised.
But then also having the artistic outlet. So does one give you more freedom than the other?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Doing this music thing has definitely given me a sense of freedom, even mentally, just to be able to express myself the way I feel in the moment. When you're working in engineering, and all my engineers know this, it's very structured.
Sure.
Like there's process planning to everything.
Yeah.
And granted, putting out a production or putting out a project requires that same planning.
Yeah.
Or that same process and that same, due diligence to make it effective.
Right.
But when you're presenting it, you can present it however you want to.
Because I was going to say, your approach to writing songs.
Yeah.
So would you say that you take kind of an engineer's approach to piecing things together?
There's definitely a timeline and a layout and bullet points that you're trying to summarize and condense and, So yeah, it's all helped me. Those tools have definitely helped me manufacture some very effective things.
How would you describe your genre? Because you'll be performing with Charleston Jazz, and jazz, as we were talking earlier before we got started, is ever evolving.
Yeah.
So where do you lean towards your sound, in terms of your sound?
Yeah, my sound was definitely developed in church. So I would consider myself at this point to definitely be a soul singer, soul R&B, just because of the context of what I sing about. But it's very versatile. And I like to think that with the proper preparation, I can adjust into any lane. So taking this soulful feeling into a jazz arena is going to be very cool. To fuse these together is going to be a notch on my belt that I'm really excited to.
We're excited to hear it too. Speaking of fusion, you're going to be performing with Heather Rice, who we've had on this stage
I'm excited
a couple of times.
Yeah.
Yes, and so collaborating with another artist such as her, what has that experience been like?
It's so far we've only been communicating through messages. I'm
You've
excited.
heard her music too,
I've heard her before, and she's an incredible singer.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to just see how we're going to do a duet. So I'm excited to see how that's going to come together.
Yeah. Do you normally sing by yourself? Are you a soloist typically?
Yeah, typically, yes.
Yeah.
But every now and then I'll have some friends step in and help me out with a few things, or I'll be featured on one of their shows.
Yes.
But to do an entire show with somebody else is going to be something different.
Where can people find your music?
So it's going to be, everything's on Apple, Spotify. I'm on all streaming platforms.
Have you come out with an album?
I have a single out right now called Like Water.
Okay,
That's
wonderful.
my debut single I dropped in September of 23.
Oh, very good. All right. Well, the event is Love Supreme at Charleston Jazz, featuring Heather Rice and Tommy Brown Jr. This is happening Saturday, February 22nd at 5 and 8 p.m. This is going to be at the Music Hall. Great house to perform into, by the way. Fantastic.
I love it there.
We're going to watch a video of yours coming up after the break. What's the name of the song?
The song is called Me and You. I recorded it last year, and we're going to drop it on all DSPs on Valentine's Day.
Wonderful.
And a good little love song. It's got a good little Charleston bop. gonna make it groove a little bit.
I like that. Charleston
excited.
Bop. You said there's also a Charleston clap.
Yeah, there's a Charleston clap in there. All my people from Charleston know what I'm talking about when I say it. And when you hear the song, you go like, oh, there's a Charleston clap in there.
So listen for the Charleston clap coming up after the break. Thanks so much.
Yeah, thank you.